What the rudiment? 2. Hi, I'm Felipe Drago and welcome to Drago Drums. This is the second lesson about the rudiments. The first one we discussed a general idea of the rudiments. I presented the 5 big families and we started on the single stroke. So now I'm at the drum kit. As I said on the first video, the second one will be on the drum kit. So if you want to keep going with this series that started in the previous video, I'm going to put the link for the previous video in the description section. So please subscribe to the channel and press the bell to get the notifications when there's a new video, and then you can be up to date to the rudiment series on my channel. Before we start on the drum kit, I have my pad here, my practice pad, because I want to discuss something before we start playing rudiments on the kit, specifically the single stroke roll. That's what we're talking about. It's important to learn to play the single stroke roll in a variety of figures, from quarter notes to 30-second notes. I'm going to show you now with the metronome all the different figures where you can apply the single stroke roll. So let me put the click. I'm going to play at 60 BPM. In the very beginning it might be okay for you, but as there are more figures in one beat, it might be a little bit too fast. So you can practice at any speed you feel comfortable. Okay, I'm playing 60 beats per minute. I'm going to play quarter note triplets, eighth note triplets, 16th note triplets, and 30-second notes. 60 BPM, quarter notes, very relaxed. It's basically the same exercise we did in the first video, but now I'm just putting in context. Quarter notes, 1 note per beat. Once you're comfortable with that, you can go to quarter note triplets, which is 3 notes in 2 beats. This one is a little bit more complicated to play and talk at the same time. Now, 8th notes, 2 notes per beat. Always relaxed. I'm allowing the stick to bounce up completely. You're going to notice that the faster I play, the lower the stick is going to be. Now, 8th note triplets, 3 notes per beat. Still relaxed, taking full advantage of the bounce. 16th notes, 4 notes per beat. Note triplet, 6 notes per beat. And 30-second notes, 8 notes per beat. From the first to the last figure, I was relaxed, the same degree of the relaxation. But as you notice, the faster I played, the lower my hands were moving, because if I'm playing 1 note per beat, I have all the time in the world to allow the stick to bounce up, right? If I'm playing 30-second notes, it's a lot faster, so I don't have that much time, so I cannot allow the stick to bounce up that much. So another thing good to practice is be relaxed and play the free stroke or the rebound stroke in different heights. So when you have to play fast, you're still relaxed. Okay? I played the most common figures, you know, 1 note per beat, 3 notes in 2 beats, 2 notes per beat, 3 notes per beat, 4 notes per beat, 6 notes per beat, and 8 notes per beat. But for example, you can have 5 notes in 1 beat. These are called quintuplets. Okay? So there you go. You can, all of those single strokes, 1 stroke with each hand. Now, we're gonna go, I'm gonna put my pad over here. And another exercise I would like to propose is just play around the kit randomly, even if you hit cymbals, single strokes. I have what I consider standard kit, a snare, 2 rack toms, and a floor tom, plus an extra floor tom that I know you can barely see, but it's here. And I have 2 of each in its side because I play open-handed, so, but this is another story. We're talking about single strokes. So start with single strokes on the snare drum and maybe have your hi-hat keeping the beat. I was playing 16th notes, 4 notes per beat with the hi-hat. But you can play any figure you want. You can play slower, faster figures. The important thing is to go around the kit, explore all. If you have 2 rack toms, 3 rack toms, 1 rack tom, doesn't matter, but explore all your possibilities in many different directions, always being relaxed. Okay? So the first thing is go explore your drum kit, whatever configuration you have. Go around the kit playing single strokes. As I said in the previous video, playing the rudiments takes our drumming into a different level. And if we're relaxed, for example, playing 16th notes, right there we have the most common drum fill. Okay, and we're relaxed. It's single strokes. You can play faster if you have to, or fast or more or faster figures. Okay, and we can explore, you know, instead of only going that direction, we can play. So I'm gonna try a couple things. To be quite honest, I don't know what's gonna be because I'm gonna improvise. But everything I'm gonna play is single strokes. I'm gonna play a groove, a very simple groove. The groove is not the main thing, but exploring drum fills with single strokes. Okay? So everything I played is single strokes. It may not be amazing, it not be spectacular, but this is practicing. This is not playing. We are practicing towards a goal to get used and comfortable with single strokes. Another application of single strokes that not many people realize is when we play hand-to-hand 16th notes on the hi-hat. So if you're comfortable with single strokes, you can play fast beats using 16th notes hand to hand. All the practice you have first in the pad and then exploring it on the drum kit is going to pay off when you're playing. Your drum fills are going to sound better. If you have to play this kind of beat that's very common, it's going to sound better. Your whole performance is going to sound a lot better, and you are on the track towards to become a much better drummer. If also you want to explore more possibilities, for example, there's the samba ostinato that we can play with our feet. And we can play the single stroke on top of that. Same thing with the Baiano ostinato. And any other thing you can think of. For example, the clave, you can play the clave with your foot. If you don't have a cowbell for your foot, you can play on the hi-hat. And a lot of other stuff you can think of, okay? So practice on the pad to get comfortable, to work on your speed, to work on your hands, and then bring that to the drum kit. Watch this video, get some ideas, but try to explore it on your own. Create your own style, okay? See you on the next video about what the rudiment.